What's going on everyone, GHJ TV here, back for another video, and in today's video I'm going to review the FA Cup final which finished Man United 2, Crystal Palace 1. Now before I get into this video I just want to quickly apologise for the lack of uploads recently. The reason that I haven't uploaded is because I broke my phone about 2 weeks ago and I've only just got it back, but I've got plenty to say, so I should have a lot of uploads out in the next few weeks. So going into the game, Man United were the obvious favourites, and really it was a game they had to win because otherwise I think Louis van Gaal 100% out the door. But luckily they won it. Talking about the first half, I think the game started off, it was a bit slow. I think that the whole game, to be honest, was a bit of a lacklustre game. You know, a bit boring, not many clear-cut chances until it got to about the 78th minute when Jason Puncheon, the substitute, come on for Crystal Palace, and he put the ball in the back of the net for them. And after that, you know, that's when it proper turned into an FA Cup final. You know, 3 minutes later, Juan Mata gets the equaliser. And then, you know, it just all kicks off and the game proper livens up. The Palace fans started getting up for it more, and credit to them, they were singing all game. But you know, once the goals went in from Mata and Puncheon, both sets of fans got off their seats and, you know, proper made Wembley electric. But I think in the first half there was a few crucial decisions that probably I think Mark Clattenburg got wrong. The obvious one was when Connor Wickham and Chris Smalling were running down the left-hand side, and Chris Smalling fouled Connor Wickham, but Connor Wickham got up and he carried on running, and the ref blew up for a free kick when if he had played advantage, Crystal Palace were through on goal, and they probably would have scored from it. So Crystal Palace fans have every right to, you know, have the ump about that, and I think Man United got away with one there. Going on from that, another crucial decision, again Mark Clattenburg, you know, being too quick to pull the free kick back. I think it was Joel Ward playing right back for Crystal Palace. He made a great run, a little 1-2. I think it was Yohan Cabaye, and he was running down the right hand side this time. And I think it was Marcos Rojo. He was having a little tug on him, and it was a foul. But I think if the ref had played, you know, let play continue, Palace would have been, you know, it would have been a clear-cut chance and another opportunity to score. But to be fair, I think this one was a bit less worse than the other one, because I think you could see Rojo stopped running because he knew he was going to get pulled back for a foul. So I think if the play had continued, Rojo wouldn't have stopped running, and it probably might not have been a chance. But still a bad decision there from Mark Clattenburg. Going into the second half, both teams, you know, they come out, it was still a bit of a boring game. And then, you know, like I said earlier, it really kick-started from when Puncheon, Alan Pardew brought Puncheon on for Yohan Cabaye, and he got in a good position, and it was a great finish. De Gea, I think, could have done a bit better there at his near post. But, and then 3 minutes after Jason Puncheon scored for Palace, you know, Juan Mata, Rooney showing great determination, making a run down to the right-hand side, whips a ball in. Fellaini chested it down, and Juan Mata left foot under, I think it was Joe Ward's legs. Bit unlucky there for him. Because he blocked a lot of things throughout the game, to be fair, Joe Ward. But great finish, and after that it really started becoming an FA Cup final, as I said. And it went into extra time, and Chris Smalling stupidly getting himself sent off after being booked for the second time. I think, you know, he took one for the team there, Chris Smalling, because Yannick Bolasie's got a lot of pace and he would have been away. So it was more like a rugby tackle than a football tackle. You know, he was on the floor and he grabbed his leg. So stupid decision from Chris Smalling there, and it could have been proved to be costly for Man United. But with about 5 minutes to go, Jesse Lingard steps up for Man United with an absolute cracking finish on the volley, top corner, and it just set the Man United end of Wembley absolute berserk. And you know, it was a great cup win for Man United in the end. I think Palace will argue, Alan Pardew will argue that if a few decisions had gone in their way, you know, the game could have been a different game if, you know, Palace had been 1-0 up. Man United might not have been able to come back from that. So Palace quite unlucky, but overall Man United, they did get a bit lucky. But if you're going to win trophies, you do have to get a bit of luck on the way. So Man United probably did deserve to win it, but it would have been nice to see Crystal Palace lift the FA Cup, but it weren't to be, and Man United are the FA Cup 2016 champions. Now Man United winning the FA Cup actually means West Ham, who finished 7th in the league, get Europa League football next season at the Olympic Stadium. Great news for them. I think they've had a brilliant season, West Ham, but I'm not going to go into too much depth about the Premier League season because I will have an in-depth review out, so stay tuned for that. But that concludes the video, guys. Thank you for watching. Make sure if you enjoyed my FA Cup final review, you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you later.